wins, all by double digits. And that's only happened twice in team history. And you know what happened both times?
What?
That team made the Super Bowl.
There's pressure.
We're not helping Coach Peterson at all.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And a peek at the offense. And Matthews, a guy that we have to talk about.
And Jordan Matthews, Brandon, is an anomaly. Normally a long receiver plays outside. He likes to work out of the slot. Does a terrific job absorbing punishment and catching the football.
On 2nd down, Ryan Matthews. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Here we go now. Green, 30. Over.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. He's got time. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Packer, A.J. Hawk. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Green, 39. 45, Green. 45. Mike, 45. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. A good gain of 14 there that moves the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, so a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Time to step aside. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Key the tight end. Here we go now. 3-19.
wants to throw on second down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Packer, A.J. Hawk. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Leotis McKelvin.
And I know there's plenty of talk about the offensive explosion of Matt Ryan and Julio Jones in the game against Carolina. But let's not forget the defense is really starting to play well. Head coach Dan Quinn, that's his background. And he came from Seattle where it was all about the ball. And that's what they're doing in Atlanta now. They're +3 in turnover margin.
And while they scored 48 points in week 4, it's a couple picks late that sealed it.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Here we go.
They go play action for Matthews. Now Wentz. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's gone. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
You got 3 down. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, here's Wentz. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham, and it's 3rd down.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you've got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case,
and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Stephen Tulloch. And his... guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flush to his right, and he'll avoid. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
4 down, check.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Everyone's got 4.
So it is 3rd down now, but less than a yard to go.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now let's go.
Wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, Let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The left side completion to Jones. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Play clock winding down.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
10th carry now for Ryan Matthews. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. The Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Fresh set of downs here.
Four down. Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
Four down. Here we go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Well, partner, you might want to tear up the scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. Third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up the first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And the seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a third and about 13.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.